Apple iPhone SE 2020, Best Cheap iPhone. The new iPhone SE offers undeniably the best value for money of all iPhones. It's a phone dedicated to function over shape, prioritizing raw performance over design or aesthetics. Unlike most Android phones in this price range that rely on mid-range processors, the new SE uses the world's fastest processor, the same A13 Bionic we find in 11 series iPhones. In addition, the SE 2020 offers the same excellent iOS experience, and is equipped with features such as Wi-Fi 6, wireless charging, and waterproofing. It's also your only real choice if you prefer more compact phones. Its small 4.7-inch screen is perfect for one-handed use. If you want a reliable camera, super fast performance, and guaranteed iOS updates, without spending an arm and a leg, then this is the iPhone for you. Google Pixel 4a, Best Android Experience. If you're searching for the best mid-range Android smartphone, then you have to check out the Pixel 4a. It's a truly fabulous device, at an incredibly affordable price. It uses the same rear camera and image processing technology as the flagship Pixel 4, so you'll get a very similar experience for photos and videos. In fact, its photos are indistinguishable from those taken with the Pixel 4. The only thing missing is the secondary telephoto lens of the Pixel 4, but this omission is justified by its much lower price. In addition to the excellent camera, the Pixel 4a comes equipped with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor, and 6 GB of RAM. It doesn't have the same performance as a flagship device, but it's no slouch either. Google also doubled its internal memory with respect to its predecessor, the Pixel 3a. It also fitted it with a headphone jack and a fingerprint sensor. This time around there's only one variant, there's no XL version, that uses a fantastic 5.8-inch Full HD Plus OLED display. The only reason for you to gloss over it, is if you have to have a 5G model, or a display with a higher refresh rate, like the ones we find on the OnePlus Nord and Realme 6. Otherwise, the Pixel 4a is a charming phone, with a compact design, smooth performance, excellent cameras, good battery life, easy-to-use software, and at least 3 years of guaranteed Android updates. Google Pixel 3a, a valid alternative. The Google Pixel 3a isn't the best mid-range phone, there are better smartphones at this price. It is aimed at those who want Google's design, and Android stock experience, at a cheaper price. But the real goodie here is the camera. While there are smartphones with more megapixels out there, unless you pay much more, you won't get better shots. As a result, the Google Pixel 3a takes the best photos of any mid-range phone, and even of many others that cost much more. The screen of the Pixel 3a is superb too. It is an OLED panel with bright colors, excellent viewing angles, and no notch. On the software side, the stock Android experience, and timely updates for at least 3 years, have long been one of the best reasons to buy a Google device. Samsung Galaxy A51, the best Android phone under $300. Samsung's A-series phones allow the South Korean giant to experiment with features before inserting them into the next flagship. That means that these devices offer a top-of-the-line experience at a fraction of the cost. The Galaxy A51 has a sleek, eye-catching design, and a premium finish, but it doesn't stop there. The 6.5-inch AMOLED display, with a crisp resolution, great colors and contrast, is a joy to look at. Its 4-lens rear camera module offers you great versatility and solid results. Autonomy is great too. The Galaxy A51 will easily last you a full working day. If you want an impressive phone that doesn't cost much, then the Galaxy A51 is a best buy. Samsung Galaxy M31, a cheaper alternative. If you don't have the budget for the Samsung Galaxy A51, then we recommend the Galaxy M31, which is for all intents and purposes Samsung's budget alternative to the A51. Although this means that Samsung had to cut some corners in some areas, such as design and build quality. In fact, the glossy polycarbonate back and the plastic frame don't look sturdy enough, and don't give a good feel in your hand. Similarly, despite having a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with Full HD resolution, Samsung did not equip the M31 with an in-display fingerprint sensor. That said, its camera is comparable to that of the A51. It features a 48-megapixel primary lens that beats any other main camera at this price range, except for the 64-megapixel one in the A51. The Galaxy M31 uses the same Samsung Exynos 9611 chipset, so in terms of performance, both devices are on par. Where the M31 beats the A51 is in battery life. This device sports a huge 6000 mAh battery which grants it with exceptional autonomy. On the downside, it takes longer to recharge, since it only supports 15 watts fast charging. OnePlus Nord, best premium experience. Every time OnePlus released a new device, it was heralded as the best value phone yet. At least that was the case until the OnePlus 8 tried, and failed, to move away from the brand's budget roots. Thankfully the OnePlus Nord is a welcome return to what defined the company's success all these years. And at this price, it's essentially a flawless phone. There were corners to be cut in order to achieve a lower price. It costs half the price of the OnePlus 8 at the time of its launch, but for the most part, these cuts do not affect the bottom line. The screen is now flat, rather than curved, and there is no official IP rating. But for the rest, the OnePlus Nord is a far better phone than flagship devices costing hundreds of dollars more. This is a premium-looking smartphone, equipped with 6 cameras, and with one of the latest 5G-enabled chipsets, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. In addition, Oxygen OS is one of the best, if not the best, Android software skin out there. This way, the OnePlus Nord competes against the Pixel 4a and the iPhone SE 2020 for the mid-range crown. It impresses with its design and ease of use, has stellar hardware specifications, an excellent 90Hz display, and a versatile camera module. It offers thus the most comprehensive package of the three. Xiaomi Mi Note 10, best flagship killer. This is the best value phone we've ever tested. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 features a massive 108-megapixel camera. It is also equipped with Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor, and 6GB of RAM, so the phone's performance is pretty solid. Last but not least, its battery is just as impressive. This device is also made adhering to quality standards of phones that cost twice as much. Its frame is metal, and both the front and back panels are pieces of solid curved glass. There is no plastic here, which is highly unusual for a phone that costs less than $500. It also has a 6.47-inch screen, with an OLED panel, and a full HD Plus resolution. There are better displays out there, but none at this price. It's not the best phone on the market. The camera is slow, it's not the prettiest, despite all that curved glass, and the fingerprint reader has a poor performance. Despite all this, the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 offers the best specs to price ratio of all other smartphones. OnePlus 7T, valid alternative. If all you care about is the phone's spec sheet, then the OnePlus 7T should be at the top of your list. It features a Snapdragon 855 chipset, 8GB of RAM, and 128GB of internal memory. You also get a stunning 6.55-inch 90Hz AMOLED display, and a 48-megapixel camera with optical image stabilization. The battery typically lasts for more than a day, and the supplied fast charger takes it from 0 to 60% in half an hour. Finally, the operating system called Oxygen OS is lauded as providing the best user experience. Had the company also kept the headphone jack, the OnePlus 7T would have earned the title of Best Mid-Range Phone. Realme 6, Best Mid-Range All-Rounder. Realme 6 is one of this year's most innovative mid-range phones, and its 6.5-inch display with a 90Hz refresh rate is not the only reason. It is also equipped with the MediaTek Helio G90T processor, which is very capable especially in games, runs a clean Android skin. Its 4,300 mAh battery has an excellent autonomy and supports 30 watts fast charging, while its quad camera module offers plenty of versatility and shoots quality photos even at night. Its plastic build isn't that great, but you can't ask for more from a phone that costs so little. It still offers a Gorilla Glass 3 screen protection and a P2i water repellent coating. All in all, the Realme 6 offers the best value for money of all Android smartphones at the moment. Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro, best bang for your buck. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro is one of the best deals you can find today and deserves serious consideration. The design isn't spectacular, but it's not ugly either. It features a large 6.67-inch screen with HDR10 support, a mid-range Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G processor, optimized for games, a quad camera module based on Samsung's outstanding 64-megapixel sensor, and, the icing on the cake, a massive 5020 mAh battery that will easily last for more than a day. The only real threat to the Redmi Note 9 Pro is the cheaper Realm 6 and its 90Hz display. Motorola Moto G8 Plus, the best mid-range phone for most people. The Moto G line is an ever-great choice for those looking to save money without compromising the basic smartphone experience. We find a 6.3-inch display, a Snapdragon 665 processor, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of expandable memory, and a 4000 mAh battery. The biggest challenge is the price. Competition has become fierce in this price range, mainly from Chinese manufacturers that offer even more impressive specs or lower prices. Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro, our favorite. The Mi 9T Pro looks almost too good to be true. With this model, Xiaomi rivals the Honor 20 and the OnePlus 7T, offering flagship specs and a sleek design at a mid-range price. Unlike the competition, the Mi 9T Pro also sports a headphone jack, not to mention a Super AMOLED Full HD Plus display with no notch or punch hole. This phone is better than any other device at a similar price. The performance is excellent. The Snapdragon 855 aided by 6GB of RAM allows this phone to run any app or game. Xiaomi's MIUI software needs an overhaul. The camera performance in low light is not exactly brilliant, and it doesn't have an IP rating, but otherwise, this device offers the very best performance to price ratio compared to any other smartphone.